Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Roof Wizard. I kind of wanted to shoot a video tonight and share with you guys the reason why I decided to quit drinking. So I had drank most of my life as an adult and some of my teen years, and it was pretty consistent and non-stop. But for the last 5 years that I was drinking, I had gotten into a really dark place. I'm not going to go into detail of why I was in that dark place or how I ended up there, not in this video at least. I definitely will do a future video going more in depth into that. But on that 5 years in that dark place, I was spending every day, I'm talking every weekday, every weekend, every night, I would be putting down a handle of liquor of whatever type I got a hold of that night. It didn't really matter, but I would consistently be putting those things down every night. I was never the type that woke up in the morning and started drinking right away, or I wasn't sneaking off at work to drink, but every night I would drink till the moment I went to sleep. One of the things that helped push me toward sobriety that I noticed and started to bother me a lot is every weekend where I had some time off, my son was still pretty young and I was not taking him out to do anything. I mean, my son was inside the house at all times. He wasn't in daycare, anything like that. He never left the house. He was consistently inside. And I remember events like where we were going to do Halloween photo shoots and pumpkin patches or go to see Christmas lights, and I'd be nursing a hangover and I would not be in those photos because I didn't feel well enough to go. And it started to really bother me just thinking about how many memories I'm missing out on with my son and how much better he deserves. Another big thing that was happening while I was in that dark place drinking is I don't know how I kept a job. I don't think I was ever on time for anything. I was always late everywhere. I'd show up sometimes just looking a hot mess. Thankfully, I kept a job and was able to support my family throughout that period. I mean, I did jump a few jobs on my own accord, but I was never let go for drinking. But I was inconsistent, I was irresponsible, and I definitely wasn't doing the best that I could. Along with the being late to work came the lies. I had a million excuses to try to cover up what really was happening. What really was happening is I was a mess. I was drinking myself to the point where I couldn't wake up in the morning, or I'd get up and I was so drunk still from the night before, there's no way I should be getting behind the wheel of a car. And sometimes I did. And I'm thankful I never hurt anybody while I was out there or on any of those late night runs to get more liquor. Another real low point for me during that dark place I was in, I don't just have my son Hunter that you guys have seen lots of videos with him in them. I have two teenage daughters, one 15 and one 14. Their names are Brianna and Hazel. They do not live with me. I was occasionally getting to have them over quite a bit while they were still a little bit younger. They have went through a lot of bad experiences with their mother and I. We both were drinkers, and this was before I got into that real dark place, but we were in constant fights, and I was in and out of jail. I was still young and wild, and they experienced a lot, and it breaks my heart that when I came back after I got away for a little bit to kind of get my mind right, and I came back to Florida, I started having them back around, and I was bringing them to a place where they're seeing me do good, they're seeing me work hard, they're seeing me make good money and be able to take them to do stuff and spend time with them. They're also seeing me drunk all the time, just a complete mess. And they're like, yeah, Dad's changed, but has Dad changed for the better? It got to the point, there was a few nights that I had them over and it breaks my heart. I woke up outside. I woke up on a staircase, passed out from the night before. I woke up on the floor in the house. It'd be on a weekend that my daughters came to stay with me, and No one brings it up at first, and then eventually it comes up in a conversation. There's nothing like hearing those words everyone hates to hear, when you had a night out drinking. You know what you did last night? Or do you remember anything about last night? To hear that come out of your child's mouth, it's a real eye-opener. It crushed me to know that I was letting them down all over again. That was the final straw. That was where I decided I had to do something. For a month, I took a little time out, and I came back, and I immediately started my sobriety journey. When I got back from clearing my head and started my recovery journey, I wanted to start righting these wrongs right off the bat. First thing I wanted to do was start taking my kids on adventures. I'm sure you guys have seen lots of photos and lots of videos. We try to get active. I want to be out in that sunlight. All the stuff I couldn't do because I was nursing a hangover, that's what I want to do now. You're going to see me at the beaches, the parks, doing everything I can with my kids and trying to build memories and make up for that lost time I spent in a bottle. My son is always doing something. Every weekend I get him, we're probably going to hit 6 parks. We're going to hit the beach. Anything we can get into. I want to make sure this kid remembers me for the good and not for the bad. Hopefully he does not remember it as he grows older and he knows his new sober father, and that's who he has. That's my best little bud right there. Another huge thing that I started working on in my sobriety was I put the extra effort into work now. I know you guys have seen my videos doing inspections or working a build site, and I'm throwing the drone in the air. I'm doing everything I can to build this brand up. I'm an ambitious person at heart. I love to chase a goal, and I'm a hard worker. I love that I can put all that effort back into this job the way I used to be able to do it before I got into that dark spot. Another thing I love about my sobriety journey now is I do not have to be ashamed to look someone in the eye. I always felt like somebody could see through me and they could know, oh man, this guy, something's off with him. Or he's nursing a hangover. He don't look like he's feeling too well. He's sweating a lot today, and I can look people in the face and be proud that I'm sober. It's nice to be able to be your true self and not feel like you're hiding something every time you're having a conversation. That's been amazing as well. The biggest thing, I don't know if you guys have seen my recent post, I have started a recovery group called the Recovery Revival. I'm hoping to start doing some outreach. I want to be able to help as many folks get sober, talk through childhood traumas. I've got a lot of trauma myself, a lot of stories. I want to get deep into this stuff. I want to open up those curtains on those dark closets that we keep all those secrets in, dig down deep and see if we can't sort a lot of these problems out. That's where a lot of this stuff begins. I'm so thankful you guys have been tuning in. Like and subscribe to these pages, share them. I'm trying to help folks out here. And thank you guys so much for your time. Please stay tuned for some more recovery videos and just Roof Wizard videos in general. Have a blessed day. I will see you guys on the next one.